Let me ask you something bold. What if the Bible actually speaks of sea monsters, dragons, and forces of chaos, and not as fairy tales, but as living metaphors for what we battle every day? Sounds controversial, right? Yet tucked away in chapters like Job 26, you'll read about God striking down Rahab, the sea dragon, with nothing more than his understanding. That flips the script. While people tremble at chaos, Job explains that God toys with it like it's nothing. And here's the twist. If he rules over the seas and monsters, what makes you think he can't rule over the storms in your own life? Stick with me, because the answer hidden in this passage might just change the way you see your struggles forever. Then, let's read the chapter together. Then Job replied, "How you have helped the powerless. How you have saved the arm that is feeble. What advice you have offered to one without wisdom. And what great insight you have displayed. Who has helped you utter these words? And whose spirit spoke from your mouth? The dead are in deep anguish, those beneath the waters and all that live in them. The realm of the dead is naked before God, destruction lies uncovered. He spreads out the northern skies over empty space, he suspends the earth over nothing. He wraps up the waters in his clouds, yet the clouds do not burst under their weight. He covers the face of the full moon, spreading his clouds over it. He marks out the horizon on the face of the waters for a boundary between light and darkness. The pillars of the heavens quake, aghast at his rebuke. By his power he churned up the sea. By his wisdom he cut Rahab to pieces. By his breath the skies became fair, his hand pierced the gliding serpent. And these are but the outer fringe of his works, how faint the whisper we hear of him. Who then can understand the thunder of his power? Let's say a quick prayer to thank the Lord for his mercy. Lord, thank you for opening my eyes today. Reading Job 26 reminded me how powerful and sovereign you are, and honestly, it blows my mind. Sometimes I forget that you hang the earth on nothing, that you quiet chaos with a whisper. Thank you for letting me see even just a glimpse of who you are. Now, please help me carry this truth into my everyday life. When fear rises, remind me you've already struck down the chaos. When doubt comes, whisper to my heart that you're still in control. I don't just want knowledge, I want courage to live it out. Walk with me today, Lord, in the small things and the big things. Teach me to see your fingerprints all around me and to trust that you're guiding me even when I don't understand. Amen. So now it's your turn. What will you do with what you've just read? Job 26 isn't just a chapter to explain theology, it's a mirror for your life. If God hangs the earth on nothing, commands the seas, and silences chaos itself, then what excuse do we have to live small, anxious lives? The Bible doesn't tell these stories to entertain, it tells them to awaken you. And if even Job admitted we only hear a whisper of God's ways, imagine how much more there is to discover if you keep pressing in. Here's the challenge. Will you keep treating your storms like dragons that control you, or will you see them as whispers of a God who's already conquered them? What's your Rahab today? Fear, debt, loneliness, doubt? Write it down, call it by name, and then remind yourself, God has power over this. That simple practice can shift how you wake up tomorrow, how you handle conversations, and even how you pray. Now, before you leave, I want to provoke you a little. If this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade away. Do you believe God still speaks in whispers today? And what if the whisper you're ignoring is actually the key to your breakthrough? Think about it. And hey, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay with me, because the next time we open the Bible together, we'll uncover even more treasures hidden in plain sight. And, as always, don't forget to check the last video and learn more about the scriptures.